Sharon Waxler, owner and head trainer of At Your Service Dog Training, and I'm going to show you a crash course in how to crate train your dog or puppy. So the first thing that I usually do is to make the crate a really valuable place by feeding my dog their meals in the crate, giving them stuffed Kongs, chews like bully sticks, meaty bones, really good stuff in the crate, so they always learn I go in the crate and good things happen. I also like to keep treats in the crate so that my dog is always eager to get in the crate. So I put treats in when the crate door is shut, and then I wait and occasionally allow my dog the privilege of going in to get the treats. So that's how I start, so that the dog is always eager to go in and get those treats. Once that's going well, you can start to add a cue to the behavior, such as the word kennel. So when the dog goes in, I say kennel, I click my clicker, and then I give a treat in the crate. After the dog is in there and I want the dog to come out so I can do another repetition, then I'm going to give a release cue. I use the word free. Since I train service dogs, I never use the cue okay, because we say okay all day long around our dogs. Other people say it around our dogs. And I want to use a cue to release my dog that isn't something that they normally hear. So I usually use free. Sometimes I use release. Pick one word and use it consistently with your dog. So I'm going to say grab it, free, toss the treat out. I know he's going to head right back in there, so I'm going to say kennel as he goes in, and then click, toss the treat in, and then I'm going to release him again, free, toss the treat out, and we repeat like that. When that's going really well, then I'm going to start rewarding my dog for being in the crate while I shut the door. So I'm going to shut the door a little bit, click, as I'm shutting it, treat in the crate. Next time, as my dog is comfortable and not trying to get out, I'm going to close it more, click, treat in the crate. This is also effective if you have a dog who has a history of not liking the crate. You want to go really slow, each step, make it really positive. I'm doing all this in a few seconds. In real life, I would do many, many repetitions, many sessions at each stage until my dog was looking like this, relaxed and comfy in the crate. Eventually, I'm going to go all the way and shut it completely. He was in the way a little bit, so he had to move to get out of the way of the door. Click for the door shutting, and then again, I open it afterwards. So my dog always has the choice to come out, and he's choosing to stay in there. Next, I'm going to shut it, latch. One latch, click. You can also use the word yes if you don't want to use a clicker. Just some event marker that teaches your dog that's the right thing, now you get a reward. So they're learning which thing that is happening is paying off for them. When that's going well, then I would, let me release it again. Free, round it, find it. Kennel. Now I'm going to do both latches before he gets any treat. Good boy, good job. Once my dog is happily settling in the crate with me standing right here and the latch is closed, and I might mark and reward a few times for just being in the crate, he's looking for his treats, with the latches closed before I started to do any moving away. Especially if you have a dog who has a history of not liking the crate, you want to go really slow and make it really positive. Okay, I'm going to mark and reward for getting in the bed. And now I'm going to start to mark and reward for me moving away and him staying quietly and calmly in the crate. So I'm going to take one step away, click, come back, immediately treat. I like to have the dog in a relaxed position like a down, so I'm going to see, he doesn't yet know the word down, but sometimes I can work him into a down. From it down? No, he doesn't know. He's been learning a lot, and I'm not always sure at this point which cues he knows and which now I'm gonna take 2 steps away, 1, 2, click, come back and treat. So as I get further away, he's getting marked and rewarded for staying. If you have a dog who gets stressed by you moving away when they're in the crate, you could start to do small movements away like this. This time I'm going to wait for him to settle. You can start to do small movements away in different directions. Good boy. So I'm going to take 1 step this way, click, treat. I'm going to take 1 step this way, click, and treat. Oops, it's in his ear. No, he's not going to find that one. I think for the purposes of the video, I'm going to take the dog bed out. It is making it a little harder for him to find the treats. Free. Hello. Good boy. So I'm marking and rewarding for the relaxed position of sitting. I'll see if I can get it down. I'm marking and rewarding for that. So I just want to make sure that the dog is really comfortable and relaxed in the crate. I'm going to go back to taking 1 step away, marking and rewarding. And then I'm going to start building in some independence training with this. I'm going to take 1, 2 steps, touch the doorknob, mark, and come back. Take a couple steps, jiggle the doorknob a little bit, mark, and come back. If your dog knows turning the doorknob means you might be leaving, you want to keep doing this over and over again until the dog is showing this relaxed body posture, laying down, looking unconcerned, looking relaxed. I'm going to start to open and shut the door, click, mark and reward. When I first got Gromit, I couldn't even take a step toward the door without him racing and trying to run through the door. He was a real door dasher in the beginning. And the fact that he's laying down quietly while I'm opening and shutting the door just shows how fast you can make this progress. One thing I definitely recommend if you're doing this at home, if you can, is to have one device like a computer or a phone or a tablet with a video on the dog, like using something like Zoom or FaceTime or something, and then the other you can have your phone in your hand and you can be watching your dog as you're moving away from them. So you can make sure that if you see them jump up or look tense, lick their lips, yawn, show signs of stress, that you can come back and slow it down. Things that you can't see out of the back of your head. Since this is going well and he's looking relaxed each time, now I am going to start shutting the door behind me a little bit. So I'm going to wait until his body posture is nice and relaxed and soft in a down. I'm going to walk out and start to shut the door. Now I'm going to stop clicking and I'm just going to come back in without marking and rewarding because I'm going to get too far soon for him to hear the click. I just want him to learn, once my person goes out, they always come right back in. In this case, what I got him used to was the sound of the garage door opening and shutting, because that's always a sign that I'm leaving, and when I first did it, he was very startled by it. So I'll show you what that looks like now. Once he's laying down, I'm going to go out. I'm going to count to a few seconds, come back in. If that's still going well, then eventually I'm going to go out, open the garage door, come back in. I'm just going to wait for him to get relaxed again. And this is really not about obedience per se, or about the dog being in a certain position, whether he's down or sit or whatever. I don't really care. I just want his to look relaxed. And I know that for Gromit, if he's laying down, that means he's relaxed. I guess he's having trouble finding his treat right now. I'm going to give him another treat, so hopefully he will be able to lie there and be relaxed. He's still lying down. That's a good sign. I don't have a second device with me right now, so I can't actually tell what he's doing, but I'm going based on his relaxed body language here. This time I'm going to go out and open the garage door. Good boy. So that's the step-by-step of it. If you were working on being able, say, to go take a shower without your dog being upset while you're gone for 15 minutes taking a shower, you would just build up 5 seconds out the door, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, etc. If you're working on being able to get out of the door, you would also do things like put on your shoes, take off your shoes, put on your jacket, take off your jacket. So you're doing things in tiny little steps while your dog is relaxing in their crate, and then they learn relaxing in my crate always means eventually my person is going to come back. I hope this is helpful. Happy training.